Yo, what is happening, everybody? I hope you had a wonderful, first part of your week. Happy Thursday. Whatever you got to do today, go get it done. Finish the week strong. Don't live for Fridays. I know everybody's like, oh, it's Friday. Now the weekend's here, try to keep a positive mindset. Enjoy the entire week. Again, if you're having this problem where you just can't wait for Fridays, you're probably not doing something that you feel like that you're probably not doing something you don't feel like you should be a part of, or I don't know if I said those words right. Question what you're doing if you are just waiting for Fridays and you hate Mondays, right? The weekends are always a great fun time. I get it. It's your time off, but I go to work every day and I don't feel like I'm at work, right? I enjoy each and every second. Maybe not when I'm doing like taxes or something, that most Americans dread doing, but honestly, even when it comes to taxes, we had this amazing speaker out at the summit this last weekend, tax strategist, and just really learning how people can implement tax strategy to save money. So when it comes to being a business owner, whether you rent out your home using the Augusta rule or whatever, it's just like there's all these little things that the average American would never, ever really understand or even look into, right? It's easy to point fingers and say the top. I'm not here to piss anybody off, by the way. I'll preface that. It's easy to say, they should pay taxes and the 1% this. I get it. Believe me, I understand. But some of these tax strategies are really just insane. So again, I'm not going to really speak on them. I just brought up taxes as in something I was saying, thrown out the window. So anyways, it's really cool stuff we learned at the summit regarding the tax strategy, and definitely a phone call I'm to be making. The downside is with tax strategy for business owners is if you really optimize business strategy and you show your business makes no money, your business looks like it makes no money. So if you want to sell it, you need to make sure that whoever is reviewing the business understands all of these write-offs and that they wouldn't be there and blah, blah, blah. So anyways, happy Thursday. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If it's your first day, thank you for joining us. And if you've been here since day one or somewhere in between, I appreciate you too. If you get value out of any of these episodes or these conversations, please do your best to share them with friends and family, with people you feel like might need to hear this kind of stuff. That is how we get the word out for these episodes. So anyways, I appreciate you so much. I've got a couple little things to talk about today. It's been a hot week, so we're doing a little walk and talk. Not as hot as Tuesday, but it's still gross out. So anyways, let me go through my notes here. And where do I want to start? So I will preface again, I don't even know if that's the right word either, but I will say this. If this is your first time tuning in, the Grizzly Life podcast, we talk a little bit about everything. Whatever I'm learning, whatever I'm going through, specific situations, maybe in my business or things that I'm observing elsewhere. We might talk about finances, general health, fitness routine, peptides, GLP-1s. It's just very sporadic. I did extract all of our podcasts and reviewed all of the transcripts, and I do have an understanding of what I talk about more than anything else. I just haven't gone back to that project that I created to review it, but again, fun ways to use AI, and that's something that I've been learning a lot about. So I will actually start with AI real quick, because I've been telling you guys, just AI is crazy, and I know a lot of people out there, might be anti-AI. I don't want to know how to use it. I don't want to learn it. I get it. AI does make you smarter. I tell you, do not rely on AI to be typing your emails, to be, doing that kind of stuff. And don't only use AI as a Google search tool. A lot of people use that, which is fine. Do use it for that. It's going to help you and you're going to find stuff quick, but there really are some awesome tools you can use. So for example, I'm not going to recap everything I've said to you guys about AI. I have a couple other previous episodes about that, but my newest project that I've been losing sleep over is doing a very deep dive, a very deep, analysis of our businesses. And so what I've been doing is I'm kind of working backwards. So from the Growth Summit, I'm like, okay, how do I make certain people on our team, X dollars, right? How do I get them to that point? And it's not as easy as saying, oh, in 90 days, we're going to give you a raise, and in 90 days, another raise, right? That's not where my mind is at. So I'm trying to work backwards. For example, say, hey, I want to pay, John Doe 50 grand a year. He's currently at 30 grand a year. I want to create clear expectations and guidelines for him. I want to review what he currently is doing for our business. I want to outline what I need him to do for our business moving forward. And then also, I want to show him or her how we get to that point, aka our business is currently doing X, and I want it to, how much does our business need to do, or how many new gym members do we need to get, or how many more pieces of gym equipment do we need to move in order for us to bill enough money, in order for us to pay this person that much more, right? Going from, say 30 grand to 60 grand a year, that's a 2X. So that person needs to step up their game and then, again, just do more for us, but also we need to be bringing in more revenue to do that. And then maybe also taking tasks off maybe my plate or somebody else's plate, right? So like there's all these little, in quotations, levers that we can kind of pull and adjust to make this work. So what I've been doing with AI is basically having that exact conversation, what I just said, but then I've been taking it a step further and I've been inputting our actual data, our P&Ls, our balance sheet, like what our expected revenue might be, right? Like, so I've been really doing, I'm not going to go too crazy in depth, but like truly analyzing every single business, right? Let's use the restaurant, for example. The restaurant, we've poured so much cash flow back into that business because we want it to just be amazing. And I am not the type of business owner that just wants to pull out every cent of profit and pad my own pockets. Like, I truly want to make this business a better business. And I want it to be a staple for the community that we are involved in there. And so, like, I wanted to analyze this business to see, one, how much money have we really stuck into it? Like, where am I forgetting areas we forgot? And then also, how much would our business be making if I didn't stick all that money into it? Not saying what loss of revenue. I'm saying if the next 4 months we put no extra dollars into the business and we continue making the same amount of revenue, will we, in end, how much extra cash flow will there be, essentially, right? And now, why is this important, Colton? Well, when I go to the bank and we try to get better financing, I want to be able to give very clear detail, but also I want to understand it more as a business owner. It's very, sometimes understanding your personal taxes or talking to your accountant or bookkeeper or whatever, sometimes you pretend you know what the hell you're talking about and it doesn't make any sense. So I take those documents that they're giving me, I take the documents that I can, and I put them also in my AI tool, and then I analyze it and I understand it. And then I really start understanding, how can we become more profitable? Where are we maybe losing money? Analyzing our food and drink menus at the restaurant, right? Maybe there's things that are mispriced. Maybe I'm using AI to analyze other local, not specifically local businesses, but, I'm in central Wisconsin, I'm in this small town. Can I charge this much for a drink? Can I charge this much for, food? Is my fish fry pricing good, right? Like, so again, just really doing some analyzing of the different moving parts in the businesses. So, I've been trying to tell you what I've been doing with AI, and I just want you to understand that there's so many more powerful ways to use it. Now, one, I've saved myself a ton of cost. If I go and sit down with my accountant, they're going to click a little thing on their desk, and how much time I spend with them, they might charge me for it, right? They're kind of like an attorney. Sometimes they'll just have a connection with you. I'm just saying, if you sit down with a CPA, usually you're getting charged. So I hope this gives you some understanding on how powerful AI can be. I have now created a bunch of spreadsheets and tools where I can specifically analyze our gym, and I can start setting goals for our team. And I can say maybe, hey, John Doe, in order for you to get to 50 grand a year, we actually have to add X amount of clients, or we have to sell X more supplements, or whatever, right? Like, I can use these levers, and I can input some data, and I can say, hey, we need to sell 50 more memberships. How much more money does that make? And then, okay, if that, whatever, right? So I will literally use the AI tool. I will put in maybe hourly wages, maybe our schedule, so that way the AI tool understands who's working and when. For the restaurant, maybe I'm analyzing how much lack of, how much overstaff we have at certain times, right? Like, again, so I don't need to nerd out on this too much, but I'm here to tell you, use AI to your advantage. I'm sure there's situations in your life with whatever job you've got going on that maybe you can help the business that you're a part of become more profitable. I would be willing to bet a lot of your bosses or managers maybe are not adopting AI, which is fine. It's not, whatever. If they don't want to use it and get any smarter or get any advantage, that's fine. But again, how do you become more valuable? How do you make yourself more money? Whether you're a business owner, maybe you're an entrepreneur, maybe you're just a general staff, But if you bring a good idea up and you keep having good ideas, I mean, shit, for me, say I don't know, say I'm a low totem pole at a new job. Maybe I just graduated college and I'm working for somebody. The more I understand about that job, and not only what I do, but what the business does, if I can talk to AI about it and then say, hey, I really want to work my way up as quick as I can at this business. I want your help, analyzing this business and understanding it so that I can generate my own ideas, so that I can go to the boss. And now, again, I'm not giving you all the lessons here. You shouldn't, day one go and say we should change this and change that. But if you use AI to help you understand the business more, you could probably do your job better. You can also probably bring ideas to the table when asked or when needed. You can probably help excel or bring yourself up. You might be able to see a spot in the business that it's like not making money, right? So again, you are, or maybe leaking money or something, right? So I'm just saying, no matter where you are at in life, whether you're 65, whether you're 15, 18, 22, 75, whatever it is, maybe you want to use AI to help plan a vacation on a budget, right? Like there's just so many different ways to use this and analyze it. Just don't be afraid to seriously talk to it and give it the information. I do not, just like I'm talking to this right now, I've got a mic on my chest and I'm talking to the phone. You don't need a mic to talk to AI, but I am just doing what I call a walk and talk. I am doing a brain dump. This is how I use AI. I will, if you want to use ChatGPT, the most common one, or Grok or whatever, go click the audio or the voice, like the microphone button. It'll start recording. Be careful that when you're talking and you start walking around, sometimes you got to look down and make sure it's still recording. I've had plenty of times where I'm talking and something disconnected or something happened. So all of a sudden I just said like fucking 5 minutes of things and then I got to revisit what I was saying because AI didn't pick it up. But most of the time you just click the little voice button, go for a walk and talk, go take the dog out on a walk and just start talking to ChatGPT. Say, hey, I want to plan a vacation. I want to do something different this year. We all have our passports, or maybe 2 of us have our passports and 2 of us don't. I want you to think about everything I'm saying. I want you to create me a to-do list. And then I also want to come up with like 3 to 5 different places that I can travel. So maybe give me 10 so I have ideas and then we'll kind of hone them down from there, right? So now Chat's going to give me 10 ideas. I'm going to say, I kind of want a house with a pool, or I want really green and hilly. I want to keep it under $1,000 a person. I want to be able to fly to an airport and drive within an hour of the airport. I don't want to drive 5 hours away from the airport. I don't want to spend that much on a rental car. Or, hey, I'm looking to do an amazing road trip with the family. I'm located here. I want to go all over the place. I would really like to see national parks. I'm looking to travel in the month of July. Where are the best places to travel in the US at that time? Again, for cost effectiveness. Maybe you want to travel on not peak season, right? On touristy time. So, hey, I'm looking to travel in July. I want to go somewhere most tourists won't be so I can see it, like Miami in July. That's probably not where us Wisconsinites are thinking about going because the weather's okay in Wisconsin and it's, going to be a little bit warmer in Miami or whatever, right? So just, again, walk and talk, use AI, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can really get some good stuff by using this. So if you're listening and you've used AI, and you want I'm not going to spend an hour with you and coach you on AI, but if you got problems with AI, if you're like, hey, Colton, I understand what you're saying, but I still don't understand what you're saying or whatever, feel free to shoot me a message. Add me on Snapchat, shoot me a message on Messenger, maybe come and buy some food at the restaurant. And then, since you're buying some stuff there, I'm willing to give you some knowledge for free or whatever. I'm more than happy to open up the app with you, show you how to set up a project, show you how to talk to it or whatever. Or maybe you've got something you're working on and you want to show it to me and I can give you some insight in some different direction. It really comes down to how you talk to these tools. If you say, hey, I want you to talk to me like a 5th grader, it's going to talk to you at that level of, education, right? Or that level of, so when you're using it as a tool to email things back, you don't want to sound like a computer that's perfect. You want to sound like you. So again, just different ways you can talk to your AI tool, make it more like you, and always use projects. I know that's something I've said in my other episodes, but use projects. On the left-hand tab, if you're on ChatGPT, you'll see a little thing called projects. Start a project, maybe call one Vacation 2026, maybe call one Future Business Ideas. I don't care what it is. Try to keep your chats within projects, so that way when you're going to have a conversation with chat, you're able to like just have all of the data in one area that you've been talking to it about. It'll just be able to grab stuff easier. It'll keep your chat more organized, and I don't know, you'll thank me later if you truly use AI like that much. So I did not plan on talking this much about AI. So I will give you guys one or two little things here as a closer, and then we'll move on. So let me see. Here's kind of a, I don't know, maybe like a motivation thing. I was thinking about this on my play ride home from Arizona, and I also look at what I do. So this is not me calling anybody out. This is just me saying I know how much effort that I put in. And lately, confidence is key. Believing in yourself is great. And when I look at myself, I know how much work I'm willing to put in comparative to everybody else. And I'm not comparing myself to anybody. I just know how hard I'm willing to work compared to the others, just the average person. Well, what do you mean? Well, I know that I'm willing to wake up earlier than most people to go work out. I know that I'm willing to hold myself to a workout routine 5 days a week before I get to work. I don't let myself do it after because I know I won't do it. I know I'm willing to hold myself to a higher standard when it comes to alcohol. So if I only drink 1 day a week and not binge on a Tuesday or something, right? Like I know that there's certain things that I'm willing to do to put myself in a better position to win. Now, if I was very strict, I'd say I know I don't drink alcohol because it's not good for me, right? So there is a thing there, but anyways, not the point. So my question is, how many of you on your free time actually want it? How many of you on your free time actually want it? When we're with our friends, we're with our family, oh, you're on vacation. Oh, we should do this all the time. We should go and make more money so we can do these things. We should, do this more, whatever, right? When you're not doing anything else, when you are at home, when you get home from work, you get home at 4, 5, 6. Maybe you get home later, but you start later, right? Whatever it is, maybe the weekends. How much of your free time are you investing back in doing what you want to do / working towards what you want to achieve? I'm not saying everybody has to go be a millionaire. I'm not saying everybody has to be an entrepreneur. I'm not saying everybody has to start a business, right? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'd be willing to bet most of us want, in quotations, something. We want it, but we're not really working towards it. We're not pushing ourselves to go and do that thing. We're not pushing ourselves to go and accomplish that thing. For me, myself, I know that until 8:30 or 8 o'clock when I go to bed, I am most of the time being productive. I am most of the time, as soon as I get home, whatever time I get home, I'm walking and talking with AI on strictly business stuff and or personal health, which like you need to, I do talk to AI probably once a week or twice a week on currently how I'm feeling and what I'm doing personal wise and health wise just to check in. It's no different than journaling. But like last night, I stayed up past my bedtime, which is usually 8:15. I stayed up till 8:40, which, hey, wow, it's crazy, Colton. That's crazy. Yeah. Okay. I have a very strict routine. I really care about my sleep consistency. So for me, 25 minutes past my bedtime. Sometimes I go to bed at 8. So maybe it was 40 minutes past my bedtime, whatever. Because I am so involved on this AI project with analyzing our businesses and having better budgets and better organization and tax preparation and like all these ideas are in my head. And so when they're in there and if I'm not getting them out, I can't sleep. I can't, I want to just keep doing it. So I'm not saying you have to be obsessive to the level of me, but I'm saying, what is it that you want in life? Is it that car you've always wanted to drive? Is that new minivan? Is it that truck? What is that thing? What is that trip you've always wanted to take? This could even be, maybe you're in your 40s and 50s and your parents are getting older and you say, oh man, I really just always wanted to take them on that trip. What is that trip? Where's that place you've always wanted to go with them that you still haven't done it? Like, what are those things you still want to accomplish that you haven't gone out and accomplished? Because I'm sure there's something we've all wanted to do. Maybe you've wanted to run that 5K. Maybe you wanted to run that marathon. Maybe you want to do a Tough Mudder. Maybe you wanted to start working out. Maybe you wanted to take your friends or family on vacation. Whatever that thing is, like, are you actually spending energy and time getting and achieving those things is my question. Now, yeah, I'm not saying if you want to run a 5K that you should be spending 3 hours a night running miles so you can run your 5K, right? But like, I just guarantee you there's something out there that you do want and that you talk about it, but that you're not actually focused on it, that you're actually not trying to achieve that thing on your free time. Again, I'm not saying you have to become obsessive, but how much time do you spend scrolling on your phone? How much time do you spend just wasting time? How much time do you spend, I can't wait to wake up tomorrow to start my day over? Because I know sometimes I get like that. It'll be 7 o'clock at night. I'm like, damn, I just want to go to bed so I can wake up and do it all over again. I want to get up and work out. But like, I still got an hour and a half of life, to like do and accomplish something. Now, pro tip, it's not great to work up until you go to sleep because your brain never got a chance to shut off. But I'm spending time reading and bettering myself in some sort of capacity. Even if you want to read a fictional book and just read a story, it's better than watching Netflix. You're still getting that brain time without the blue screen or the blue light. You're becoming more literate because you're reading words and you're, becoming a faster reader, right? Like there's other benefits of coming from that, not just reading the story. Reading a story, a fiction book is still like leisure. It's still like, it's like watching Netflix, just not to that extent. There's still benefits coming from it, right? So I'm just telling you, how many of you on your free time actually want it? Here are all my notes. I'll read through them to see if I get any other spark. How many of you, outside of the hours you are required to do something more? How bad do you actually want the thing, or does it just sound nice? How many of you waste hours a day comparing your lives to others? Maybe scrolling, maybe watching TV, maybe just listening to music. How many of us, we just have distractions? We're just trying to tune it all out, right? These are the things that I'm talking about that, are we spending 5 hours a day doing that? Are we spending an hour a day doing that? Have you looked at your phone to see how much time you are wasting? You can have me time, but also realize there are people who want it more than you. There are people who are trying harder than you. So if you truly want something, go get it. Don't be the reason you fail. And honestly, the only reason you can fail / never achieve the thing you want is you. Okay? Those are my notes. I was just, again, on the plane, and this is what I was thinking of. So just think about that. I want you to win. I'm sure you want to win. The only person in your way is you. So go out and do what you want to do, whatever it is. Again, I'm not saying you have to go be the next Elon Musk. It probably, I hate to tell you, probably not in the cards, right? I'm not saying you can't do anything you want to achieve, but Elon Musk might be a stretch. But what do you want to accomplish? What do you want to be known for? What is your legacy? What do you want people to remember you for? What do you want your spouse to remember you for? Is that thing you said you've always wanted to do, but you're just, again, is it just that thing you say? Or is that something that you are actively working towards? So I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you got something from this. Hopefully you learned a little bit of AI. Hopefully maybe you got a little fire under your ass and you want to do something great today. But I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Stay safe. Happy 4th of July. If you want to add me on Snapchat, it's Colton, Colton, Burt, Burt. Instagram is Colton Craven Burt. Find me on Facebook, shoot me a message there. If you want to shoot us an email, Garrett, Garrett, at fitnessgrizzly.com. That's my brother. He helps put the podcast together and get this message out there. So again, if you got anything from this episode, please share it. Tell your friends, tell your family. Light that fire for somebody else. The goal of this podcast is to be that person in that circle that helps lift you up and bring you to that next step. So again, if you feel that way, help share this, help get the message out. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll talk to you soon.